Okay guys, let's go over the 5 sweet spots that the Sweet Spotter actually helps you with, okay? One that you guys mostly know is the racket head sweet spot. So if you take your racket, all right, tennis manufacturers will actually spend quite a bit of marketing dollars to make sure that you understand how large the sweet spot is in the racket. The fact is, if your posture is not proper and you don't make contact in the right place, the racket head sweet spot really does not matter and does not affect the quality of your shot at all. There are 5 sweet spots that you need to master, so we're gonna go over all 5. Sweet spot number 1 is the postural sweet spot, okay? And you guys probably know what I'm talking about. When you take a shot, a lot of you have the tendency to tilt, okay? So you'll see a lot of players actually bending down this way when they hit, or bending down that way when they hit. Some of them bend backward, some of them actually pivot and go this way. It's important to take control of your postural sweet spot, and that is every single time that you make contact, you want to be up straight, okay? So what the Sweet Spotter is going to do for you is if you don't hit a ball in a perfect postural sweet spot, you're going to fail. And that's going to look this way, okay? Where you're perfectly balanced, you're up straight, okay? Your center of gravity is under control, everything is aligned, and you feel balanced, and you don't feel like you're going to tilt one way or the other. You basically look like what you look like when you walk, okay? That's number 1, postural sweet spot. Okay, the second sweet spot is actually the strike zone sweet spot, okay? All of you know that you're the most powerful at your hip and above, okay? Anything below takes a lot of bending power and is quite hard to control. So it's very important that you guys understand that you're gonna be the most powerful and the most stable and the most efficient between your hip and your breast right here, okay? So very important again that as you work with the Sweet Spotter, that you make sure that you make contact over your hip every single time. Basically, the ideal zone is going to be right here, okay? That is your strike zone sweet spot, number 2. The third one, which is equally as important as the other 2, is the point of contact sweet spot, okay? And that has to do with where you make contact with the ball, all right? It's kind of the equivalent of the postural sweet spot, but for your racket and your arm, okay? Not so much the body, all right? So what you will notice is if you make contact too far in front, your Sweet Spotter will be at an angle and your ball will probably end up going to the left, okay? If you make contact too late, all right, you see the Sweet Spotter is facing to the right, the ball will probably end up going that way. And I'm sure you guys have actually seen slow motion of, you know, Federer's forehand or Djokovic's forehand, any of the ATP Tour player or WTA players, you know, in slow motion or still shots, and you will notice that the most powerful shots they hit are always right here. And you will see they actually frame it, you know, this way, where everything is aligned, the point of contact is straight, you will see the wrist is slightly behind, okay? So again, the Sweet Spotter really helps you to hone in on your point of contact sweet spot. Number 4, obviously, is the one that you guys all know, is the racket head sweet spot, okay? And it's basically an area that's mostly in the center of your racket, okay? We've made it quite easy for you, all right? We've actually designed the logo right here in the center of the Sweet Spotter. Okay, so as you strike the ball with it, if you notice that, you know, you have a lot of white deposit outside of this area, you're not yet honing in on your racket head sweet spot. So very important that you center it right here, okay? So your point of contact is gonna happen again in the postural, all right, sweet zone, strike zone that is, okay? Perfect point of contact and racket head sweet spot is gonna give you the perfect shot. That's number 4. Okay guys, last one, full swing, sweet track. Okay, very important that you understand that the most amount of power that you can put into a shot comes from the longest drive that you can generate with your racket. So it's very important that as you swing, that you actually finish all the way around your neck, okay? And that could look a lot of different ways based on, you know, your height and what kind of shot you want to hit. But ultimately, what you want to do is 1 and 2. Okay, finish all the way up here. And if you take a backhand, all right, it's gonna look exactly the same. You're gonna start right here, and then you're gonna finish all the way around, okay? A lot of you actually finish right here, and that's not accurate, okay? You wanna make sure that you finish all the way around, okay? If you put all these 5 together, you're gonna have a perfect swing, and the Sweet Spotter is gonna deliver it.